Hey guys. Okay, so in this week's video, I want to talk to you about some changes that have occurred within the pre-1911 space. So if you've been following our social media for long enough, or if you've been hanging around me long enough, you would know that I'm forever preaching about the fact that if a house is giving pre-1911 vibes, then alarm bells need to be ringing, because you're going to be limited in terms of the scope of partial demolition work you can do at the rear of the house. Basically, I've forever been saying, if you've got a rear lean-to roof form, forget it, you're not removing that bad boy. You've basically limited yourself, or you've got to be limited to doing like a door cutout, maybe a window cutout sort of demolition extent at the rear there. Yeah, times have changed. So probably about 6, could even be 12 months ago, we started to notice a real softening when it came to demolition work at the rear of these houses within council. Now, I've been reluctant to talk about it in our social media in such a public forum because I've been like, could just be a glitch in the matrix. Like, I don't want to alert council to this glitch. Let's just keep this one under the radar because we're getting a few jobs through. Let's just keep this one to ourselves. But yeah, we're now like 5, if not 10 jobs deep on this. So I'm like, okay, this is actually a thing. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say it's an absolute free-for-all and that you can remove pristine, untouched rear lean-to roof forms, but we've definitely seen a increased scope or willingness to entertain the idea of demolition work at the rear of these houses, which is an absolute game changer. Why the shift? Well, I'm going to hypothesize here. I'm not actually saying or pretending I know for sure, but I think after 11 years with this new planning scheme, we've finally seen enough cases go through the court system to work through all of the grey areas to kind of draw a line in the sand and work out what is and isn't an integral component for the purpose of P02 under the traditional building character demolition code. I had to think about that for a sec. Basically TBC demolition code. So we've now worked out where the lines lie, and that information is filtered back to the DA teams, and they can now be more decisive, clear cut, use whatever phrase you want when it comes to what is allowed and what isn't allowed at the rear of these houses. So yeah, moral of the story, message I want to get across today, there is a bucket load of runners going past my car right now. I don't know if you guys have seen them in the back. It's like 20 of them. Anyway, side tangent. Moral of the story, message I want to get across today is basically that my position has changed when it comes to pre-1911 dwellings. The alarm bells still ring because you are still limited in terms of the demolition work you can do. You can still trigger a DA, but I've definitely softened in terms of what you can do at the rear because I've started to see council take a more softened approach. Okay, I think that covers off everything I want to talk about today. As I always like to say, until next time, thanks for watching.
For all you red tape lovers out there, I have one thing to say. Well, no, actually, I've got 3. Number 1, the advice provided in these videos is general in nature. It's not site-specific. You would be a silly Billy to go and make financial decisions based on this advice without first checking with the town planner. Don't be a silly Billy. Number 2, Brisbane Town Planning is in no way linked to Brisbane City Council. The views expressed in these videos are my own, not council's. So if you don't like them, blame me, not council. Number 3, what was my number 3? Oh yeah, the views expressed in these videos are accurate at the time of recording. If you're watching this video back 10 years from now, the views may not be so accurate. That's all. Bye.